Hey everybody, in this video we are going to take monomial factors of polynomials. And so we are asked in this problem to factor out the GCF, or the greatest common factor of this polynomial, 10c to the 6th power minus 35c to the 5th plus 15c cubed. And what we're going to do is start with the coefficients and find the greatest common factor of the coefficients. And so looking at 10, what are factors of 10? Well, we have 1 and 10. We have 2 and 5, and 3 and 4 are not factors of 10. There's nothing we can multiply with 3 or 4 to give us 10. So moving on to 35, what are factors of 35? We have, of course, 1 and 35. 2 is not a factor, 3 is not, 4 isn't, but 5 is, along with 7, and 6 is not a factor. And then finally we have 15. So what are two numbers that multiply together to give us 15? We have 1 and 15. So those are factors. 2 is not a factor, but 3 is with 5, and of course 4 is not a factor. So looking at our three lists of these factors, what is the largest factor that they all have in common? And looking at all of them, we can identify that 5 is the greatest common factor of the coefficients. So that will be the coefficient of our greatest common factor, 5. Then looking at our variables, we see we just have one variable here, just c is our variable, no other variables. And to find the greatest common factor of them, we just choose the one with the smallest degree. So we have 6, 5, and 3. So our greatest common factor between them is going to be c to the 3rd power. So here is our greatest common factor. And now, in order to take it out, we essentially have to divide it or remove it from the three terms of the polynomial. So we're going to write a new polynomial down here. That'll be our factored form of our expression. And so we take out 5c to the 3rd power from each of these three terms. And the way we do it is essentially you're using the reverse of the distributive property. You're going to be taking out 5c to the 3rd power. So if we just look at this, we have 10c to the 6th, and we're going to divide it by 5c to the 3rd. We take the coefficients and divide them. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. And c to the 6th divided by c to the 3, we just subtract our exponents. 6 minus 3 gives us 3, so it's 2c to the 3rd power. So that is what we will put in our first part of our parentheses for our new polynomial. Following this, we are going to take out from the negative 35c to the 5 divided by 5c to the 3rd. And negative 35 divided by 5 is negative 7. And c to the 5th divided by c to the 3rd is c squared. So it's minus 7c squared. And then finally, our last term is 15c to the 3rd power. And when we divide that out, 15 divided by 5, of course, is 3. And c to the 3rd divided by c to the 3 is just 1. So we're left with positive 3. So now we have our new expression here written out. And this is the factored form of this original polynomial by factoring out the greatest common factor, 5c to the cubed, from the polynomial. And if you were to distribute this back in, you would get the original expression or the original polynomial that we had. So I encourage you to give it a shot just to check your answer to see if it's accurate. And that is how you factor out the greatest common factor.